Good evening, everyone. Welcome once again to Athena Games. My name is Elliot Baker, and I am joined by my co-pilot my Wookiee co-pilot for tonight, Mr. Stephen Sage.
Hello.
How you been, Stephen?
I'm good. I've had a couple of games this evening, lost them both, so I'm here to heckle.
That's two more than me.
Yeah.
Well, that seems to be the part of the course mostly these days. So we've got a couple of matches lined up for tonight. Our first one is Sean Riley versus Mike Clark, and let's head over to the list screen so we can show our dear viewers what they're flying tonight. So, hello everyone! As you can see down at the bottom there, we still have the version 2 stuff, which is coming out later this year, so all hype and excitement abound. But here's what we have for your opening match for tonight with Sean Riley as our first competitor. He's flying Captain Nim in his Skurg bomber, the Havoc, and he's running Veteran Instincts to shove his pilot skill up to 10. Extra munitions to give him an extra reload on his weapons. Guidance chips to give him better quality on his weapons. Genius, he can choose when he drops his bomb, so he can drop his bomb before or after he moves. Harpoon missiles, which is just probably the most efficient missile in the game currently. Bomblet generator, a machine that generates bombs. I don't know what more you can say about that. The Havoc tunnel, of course, gives him a system slot and the astromech slot, but he loses the crew slot, so that's why he can have Genius and Trajectory Simulator. Which Trajectory Simulator means he can launch his bombs forward using the 5 template.
But Genius only works once.
Yes,
now, doesn't
he has to discard the bomblet generator. He does get 2 uses of it because he has the extra munitions.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with the bomblet. It constantly generates you bombs for free.
Yeah.
But if you use it with Genius, you have to discard it, which is a nice sort of balancing thing which they've thrown in there. Flying alongside Nim, we have Tyranny Kaldua, and her ability is after you perform an attack, each enemy ship inside your bullseye firing arc at range 1 to 3 must choose to suffer 1 damage or remove all of its focus and evade tokens. Very nice for stripping the tokens. Of course, usually that's what you end up doing. It's not often you see someone take a damage.
And you can, of course, choose to spend 0 tokens.
You can spend 0 tokens. That is a number that is valid. You've got adaptability to shove a pilot skill up or down by 1, although I imagine it will be up.
Yeah.
Harpoons, R5TK, she can target lock friendly ships and attack friendly ships. And again, guidance ships for extra quality on those attacks. Finally, Captain Justaro in the Kirex Fighter. Justaro says, once per round, after an enemy ship that is not defending against an attack suffers damage or critical damage, you may perform an attack against that ship. So, if they go over an asteroid and they take a hit, Justaro gets a free attack, so providing he can, of course. And, yes?
Sorry, I've just noticed something.
What's that?
Because I played Sean before. Carry on talking about the list and then I'll drop in.
So he has harpoons on that as well.
Yeah.
So harpoons on all 3 ships. He has the Vaxi title, which gives him the ability to equip 3 modification upgrades, and he discounts all his upgrades by 1. So a very cheap ship there. Scavenger cranes, so he can get back stuff when either one of his ships or an enemy ship is destroyed. So essentially he can fire his harpoons and then get them back with a scavenger crane. Guidance ships for quality and munitions failsafe to make sure that if he doesn't hit with those missiles, because something somehow evades 4 dice, he still keeps the missile.
Yeah. So I played Sean earlier and lost to him. He had this list, but he had Deadeye.
Oh.
We might want to check.
He is 100 points.
Yeah, so we might want to check.
But
this means I get the win by default.
Deadeye is 1 point.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's still 100 points because is it? Because it
brings it down.
It brings it down
because
by
of
1.
the title.
Yeah, that's it.
So
there we go.
He'll have Deadeye on there, and I think he had 2 mods on there as well.
Yeah, guidance ships and
munitions. Yeah. Cool.
The other list he's up against is a rather very interesting list by Mike Clark. 3 X-Wings and a Y-Wing. And
really?
they're not named X-Wings either. They're just generic Red Squadron pilots and a Y-Wing Gold Squadron pilot. Flight Assist Astromech and Integrated Astromech on the X-Wings, so that he can eject the Flight Assist if he needs to discard a damage card, or he can use the Flight Assist, which is, after you execute a maneuver, if you did not overlap a ship or an obstacle and there is no enemy ships inside your firing arc, at range 1 to 3, you may perform a free boost or a barrel roll action. So he's got maneuverability there. that might come into play against a munitions list.
Yeah, definitely.
The Y-wing is interesting as well. We have twin laser turret, again, the most efficient turret in the game, also the more expensive at 6 points. 3 attack dice, range 2 to 3, performance attack twice. He can only do maximum 2 damage with it, though. He has bomb loadout for 0 points. No bombs, though. He has guidance ships for 0 points, and BTLA 4 for 0 points, which means he can attack only inside his firing arc. But he has Chopper, and Chopper for 1 point allows you for an action to discard 1 other equipped upgrade card to recover 1 shield. So he's filled his slots with 0 point upgrades that he doesn't need, or he can get rid of, to just get some shields back. I mean, probably the bomb loadout will be going first, along with the guidance ships. BTLA 4 will probably be a last-ditch effort. But I doubt he's going to get rid of the TLT at any time soon. Yeah.
While he's got...
Yes, I'm aware. It's the Vaxai.
Yeah.
The Vaxai title is what gave him that discount. Hello, Oxil81. And nice to see... I don't recognise your username. Welcome to the stream.
BTLA 4.
Yes.
So that means he can't shoot out of his...
No, he can't shoot out of his outside his firing arc, but he can shoot twice. He can shoot with his primary, and then he can shoot with the turret.
Yeah.
So it does lock him to that arc. But if he ever is in a situation where he doesn't have arc on something, he could just literally use Chopper to get rid of the BTLA 4.
Yeah.
That is a viable tactic. Let's go to the board. And of course, let's bring up the lovely overlay. Bing!
All preloaded, look at that.
All preloaded, don't you love it? Right, I'm going to go through, let them know they may start.
How you doing, Terry? So, I'm very surprised to see this list from Mike. He's been playing around a lot with all sorts of things, really, but I've not seen him put X-Wings on the table before. Yeah, have you seen Mike play X-Wings before?
I haven't seen him fly X-Wings before. This is very new and different for him.
Yeah.
So we're going to start the timer because they are now off and running. So 1 hour and 15 minutes on the clock.
This is all running a dream. Did they not update it this week? that's usually been the thing that slowed it down, isn't it?
Usually. Well, the timer's having a bit of a moment, but oh well. Something's bound to go wrong. So yes, he usually does fly... Usually it's Curexes, and it's a very Scum-orientated player.
Yeah.
Scum being probably arguably the most dominant faction for a long time in the game. Recently kind of deposed by the Rebels, with of course the Ghost and Sheathbead. Oh, look at that awful mat. I'm desperately trying to get those creases out of it, but I cannot for the life of me get them out there.
Why not?
I don't know. For some reason, my storage solution was not up to snuff, and it ended up with creases. So I've just been laying it out every day, and they're just not.
Iron?
Apparently, you said you shouldn't iron it.
No.
So I'm like, it's a very expensive man. I'd hate to damage it further. So what I might do is see if I can get like something to put on top while I iron it. But yes. If anyone in the chat has solutions,
or your version 1 alt art cards, maybe for that could do the job.
Ouch! For a collector such as me, that stings. that stings. That's a low blow right there.
Sorry, I do apologise.
I know they say, right. A towel and then an eye in the towel was an option. Whether that will work, I mean, if anyone in the chat does have suggestions, please let me know. So Mike is giving a very spread out setup to his ships. Let's mark those ships so you know what they are. I mean, they're X-Wings.
Yeah. They're
very easy to identify. The only thing that you need to know is that is the Y-Wing.
Maybe his thinking of this is spread everyone out. That will make Sean choose one to go after.
That's not a bad tactic. It does mean, and it looks like Sean has taken the bait for number 1 and 2, which does give him the choice of 1 or 2.
But he does become boxed in, because I guess you can flank with 4.
Well, the Y-Wing can easily flank with 4. He's got a nice line through those asteroids to bank in. 3's a bit out of position, but not surprising, given that he's all in the opposite corner. But with a turn, and maybe with using flight assist, he could bank barrel roll and then use the channel through those asteroids and debris clouds to get through there very quickly. Let's not forget that the Havoc is quite a nippy little ship. It's got a red 5 forward, but I think it's white 4.
And of course, trajectory simulator, he can spew a bomb out at PS10, knowing whether it's going to hit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He knows
Yeah.
exactly where they're going to be at PS10, and he can choose, I'm going to drop my bomb there, which means Mike's got to be very careful on his approach. He has to ideally kind of go up just short of where that bomb is going to end up. Actually, it doesn't matter because he can then move into position and then drop it.
Yeah.
So I think Mike has to accept that there's the handshake, and we are officially underway.
And these two play each other quite a lot as well.
They do. They know each other very well. I think Mike's that information is gonna be key because Mike wants to try and end up somewhere where it's difficult for Sean to hit him with a bomb. Ideally, he wants to try and bait Sean with the two X-wings to try and bait him into getting a hit on both of them, but try and get it so that he can only ever get one.
So flight-assisted astromech.
Yep.
So I'd imagine he'll be boosting round.
Yeah, he's committed there because he has to now go forward if he wants to get around that debris cloud. But I guess with a boost, he could very easily boost and then do a bank in. Yes, there's the one bank boost there. That puts him in a great spot to do a 3 bank into the asteroid and debris cloud there. And there goes the one with a small 1 white bank to the left. That's a bit surprising. Maybe
he's not going to be able to fire his...
No.
TLT.
He might be trying to come around that smaller asteroid there and come in at a later time. He could even be turning the X... Yes, he's turning the X-Wings away. He's baited Sean into setting up in that corner, and now he's manoeuvring his ships into a flanking position. Probably assuming that Sean's committed, gone too far forward, that he can't turn around the asteroid next turn. Possibly. So he's, again, flight assist. So he's using a 1 straight bank boost this time. So there we go. I reckon this is going to be a 3 turn with, again, another boost. No, only a 2. Probably doesn't want to get distance on them, but the bank will help him get a bit more speed up.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah, interesting setup.
Because at what point is he going to... Because, of course, they're T-65s. They don't have sloops or talon rolls.
They don't have sloops or talon rolls. They only have the K-turn, which if you're a new player to the game, or someone who doesn't play X-Wing, do sound off in the chat and we'll try and inform you what's going on so far, and we'll try and keep you up to date. He's taken a focus action to give him better quality on defense or offense. Probably defense, though, given that he's still going to go target and arc. 2 straight there from the Kirax. Alright, that's interesting. So Sean's committed too far now because he can't turn.
No.
Otherwise he's going to hit that asteroid in the future. So it's actually quite a good move there.
All going to be doing the same, I think.
Yeah. It could be that Sean didn't want to go too far forward in case Mike pulled this little trick. Mike can't turn with X-Wing number 1. I'm just going to move the numbers. X-Wing number 1... because he will then hit the asteroid, but he can do a straight, and so long as he's fast enough, he shouldn't clip the asteroid. Deadeye is something to be concerned with on Justero.
Yeah.
He doesn't need a target lock to fire his harpoons. He can just have a focus and then oh, you're an arc, I'll fire at you.
Yeah.
Rather than having to say, I'll target lock with this target, and then that target is nowhere near the attack zone. Hello, PJ! This is literally the list I'm using at the moment and have been since the open. It's the scum list. Interesting. I have heard that this is a very common, well, not really common, but a very popular list.
Yeah. Justero, if you're using harpoons, Justero, it's just great because you can, as when I played Sean, Justero got to fire before I got to shoot with my PS8. And put a ton of hurt on my Asajj. So Justero is quite underused, I think.
I agree. I like Justero. I like his I'm one for very interesting abilities, and that's a very interesting ability. It's just the rest of it I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a fan of harpoons, ever have been. A forward 4 there from X-Wing number 3, looking to try and flank it in the future.
Has a ton of space there to...
He could do he could do
boost.
Well, because he's got a flight assist astromech, so he can do a 1 boost.
Yeah.
There we go, 1 boost. And I say with a 3 bank, he might be in combat range next turn.
Yeah.
Which would be awkward for Sean because he can't turn to engage. I was the 3rd best scum finish in top 32 with Nim, Tyranny, Justero. A 2 bank there from the Y-wing, getting to get back into the fight.
How many points is that Y-wing?
That Y-wing
25.
is 25 points.
I'm just wondering why he picked that and not another X-wing.
He could be trying something entirely different. 'Cause, I mean, you are right. He could do another X-wing because they are 24 points apiece. I guess, yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. He does come up with initiative in this as well because he has 97 points, which I'll correct right now on the overlay. Interesting. So, again, he's using number 1 and number 2 X-wing almost like tempting bait for Sean.
He wants him to chase him, doesn't he? And
Yeah, he does want Sean to chase, and Sean is smart about it. He won't chase, but he might. He'll have to come. He'll have to go 1 forward this turn. Okay, he's going to go 2. I would have gone a 1 if you could to try and use the asteroid as cover.
I think he's probably thinking of his next.
Yeah,
because if he wants to engage, he has to turn in next turn.
His next move has to be a turn. He cannot afford not to turn next round. Oh, Tyrann's going a bit faster at speed 3. Probably giving space to her.
I guess so. They don't, because if they were all level and then turning in hard 2s next turn, they would have all bumped.
Well, let's see what Nim does, because Nim is doing a 1, so they are staggered a bit. Interesting. PJ says the trick is keeping Justero slightly behind level despite the fact he's faster. Okay. So they're all doing a focus, which makes sense. Quality. There isn't a combat attack there because it's far beyond range 3. It probably is about range 4. If there was a range 4, of course. Ships can only fire at range 1 to 3. And here we go. Of course, there's that argument about version 2 right now about when is a ship inside your firing arc, just anywhere inside your firing arc, or has it actually range 1 to 3? It's like, it's so stupid, I think. Of course it's range 1 to 3. If you can't attack it, it's not in your firing arc, is it?
Yeah, your firing arc is that and as far forward as you can go, surely.
Yeah, because if you could literally be anywhere on the board in your firing arc, you'll just have support ships facing their arc across on the edge of the board, and suddenly your arc covers the entire board almost.
You just sit in the corner. Just 2 big ships in the corner. Yeah.
Okay. I'm a bit concerned that there's 2 dials next to X-wing number 3 there.
Yeah,
don't.
Confused.
I'm hoping that dial there is number 4, but we'll soon find out. Must be.
I think we've all done it, haven't we?
We've all done that. We've set 2 dials on one ship before at some point. Many a time I've picked up a dial and think, this is more maneuverable than I thought. Oh, that's why. It's the wrong ship. There's a 2 bank from the Y-wing.
Yeah, that Y-wing's got loads of space.
Yeah, he's got a lot of space to manoeuvre. I mean, he'll need to do a straight or a turn. He can't bank because there is that debris cloud, unless Mike just thinks, to hell with it. Oh, I don't know if that's...
There's a harpoon in your future number 3.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's why he went slow, though, so that Nim would get a harpoon, but Justero and Tarani would be hard-pressed to do so. Yes. Because I think Justero would have to turn in 2... have to turn in 3, actually, to get the harpoon.
So he's target locked there, is he?
Must be. He did measure range, so it must be a target lock. Yep, there's the target lock. Allows him to re-roll on an attack.
I would have focused, personally.
Well, the way I see it is if you roll all hits, your target locks can be saved for the next round. I do see your point. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer there. And I guess if Sean doesn't turn in, you then haven't lost anything. Because if you focus and then don't spend it, then that's not going to fit. That's not going to fit, unfortunately. Unless I'm a liar. No, I'm not a liar. That doesn't fit.
And of course, version 2... That's your action.
That's your action gone.
Yeah.
Done. End. Oh, well.
I like that rule in version 2.
I like it too.
Yeah.
It's not as casual friendly, but it's
But if people are
Yeah.
playing casually,
People are playing casually,
Yeah.
they can play casually. But if, in competitive play, it means that there's more risk. You don't have people target locking and getting knowledge and such. Okay, number 2. Actually, that's number 1.
he's flying these quite well. Like,
He's doing very well at flying them. I think the flight assist astromech does help considerably. Because he's gotten 1 and 2 lined up now for a good to come in next turn. I guess also the advantage of him having all his ships of pilot skill 4 means that he can dictate the order they move, which is very useful. There's Justero turning in on a 2 turn.
okay, so he's going to focus
He
just
might,
in case.
Yeah, he might be in range.
Yeah.
It's going to be close. Ideally for Mike, it'd be great if he's just out. Nim will definitely get a shot. Tarani, sorry dear, unfortunately you're just out.
Yeah.
Tarani's also in a bad spot because if she keeps going forward, she's going to meet a debris cloud. Through the target lock measuring, he's also now realised that Justero is now probably in range.
Yeah. That looks a 3.
That looks to be a
2.
2. Yep, it's a 2 turn.
Paint scraper.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's got plenty of room.
Now this should be target lock.
It's going to be very painful for number 3 if both those ships are in.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we
Which
go.
I think they are, aren't they? Because
That's probably then number 4 deleted from the game then. Or at very least considerably damaged and harpooned. But I guess that's not such a bad thing. He could fly 3 right into the formation, mess up the formation, and have his other ships fly slowly behind the mess
if
mistake.
Justero doesn't kill him.
Sean for the attack. First one from Nim. Hit, focus, spend the target lock to reroll the 2 focus results.
Yeah. So he's got guidance chips, so there'll be a crit in there.
Yeah, blank, so he turns one of those blanks into a crit if he remembers his trigger.
Come on, Sean, we played.
He could be getting out the card to show. Yes,
Yeah,
he is.
okay.
He's getting guidance chips. So guidance chips allows you to turn, when you're firing missiles or torpedoes, 1 dice if you're choosing into a hit result or a crit if you have a 3 attack dice value. He doesn't a crit, and that's
Natural.
2 natural evades from the X-Wing. It suffers a hit, but it does an admirable job of only taking a shield.
And now has the harpoon condition.
Yes, he is harpooned, so if he is dealt an uncancelled crit, he and other ships around him will be dealt a damage. And that's why that's the most used missiles in the game. Very efficient for what they do. Oh, just out. Number 2 is just out of range of Nim. That's just a shame. However, number 4 is the Y-Wing has, I think, just got range.
Yeah.
Yep, he does.
And and it's obstructed as well.
So that means that it is obstructed, so Nim is rolling 3.
2v3.
Yeah. I do say, okay, if we're being honest, I do think they are broken,
Yeah.
but they are, that's what makes them, why everyone picks them is because they're efficient.
Yeah. So we've got a crit.
1 crit result, not
Why aren't you rolling 3? Should have been 3.
should have been 3, but that was that. Okay, so now because he attacked, he uses BTLA 4 to attack with his TLT, which means he can attack twice.
It's unlucky.
Very unlucky for the first swing there. Let's see if the second attack from the Y-Wing does any better. Hit and a crit. And Nim says, bar you. As he gets only 1 evade, Nim takes a single shield off. Not the great first opener by Mike, but then he also managed to somewhat hoist Sean's attack.
Oh. So 3 hits there.
And evaded. One of them at least. But that's on a couple of
Another
shields
2
off Nim.
shields.
Okay, so yeah, Mike's done a good job of judging his distance, and it looks like that. You asked the question: is Justero?
No.
Oh, he is in.
He's in.
He's in.
He's going to fire his harpoon
Yeah.
because he's got scavenger crane on there as well, so you might as well.
Well, the scavenger crane is not going to do much for him though, because I believe that's only range 1 to 2. Yes.
I don't think he'll kill him though.
No, I don't think you're going to kill that X-wing. You've got to get all 4 hits and the X-wing to roll nothing, and that's impossible because the X-wing can just eject the astromech, then survive one. So the X-wing's fine; it lives for another round.
But this is the problem with Deadeye: you don't get any rerolls.
No rerolls, and no focus results. Just 1 hit. Well, 2.
He's got guidance
with guidance, so a hit and a crit. The X-wing could evade all of it. Let's see what he rolls. And he rolls focus results. Double focus. Yeah. He doesn't evade any of it because he has no focus token to spend. So that means he has harpooned for the 2nd time.
Oh. Is there a crit on there?
There was a crit because it turns to a crit. So he takes an extra damage and... Oh. That looks like a... Stress. Yep. So he is now stressed.
Not gone face down now.
Okay, so he takes a shield and he takes a hull. 2 hull as well. So the poor X-wing is resting on only 1 hull left. I might have ejected. I would have ejected
that guy into the middle of that group.
Yeah.
And hold off.
Yeah, because you're harpooned.
Yeah.
So that means if they destroy you, they are taking a hit as well.
Yeah.
That's the hope, Terry. However, will Sean go for the kill in that instance, or will he think, I don't want to take that damage?
Yeah. He also has to be careful as well, because splash damage does trigger Justero to get his shot.
Yes.
So, if he charges in with everyone... Justero...
This Justero build is capable of firing 2 harpoons in the same round, kill something with harpoons that triggers the crane. If someone's at range 1, a damage triggering Justero's ability. Then if you still have your focus token, you're Deadeye another harpoon. Yeah. Sean has, and I've been told by Sean, I can quote him on this, is that this list epitomizes everything that's wrong with version 1, which is high attack dice, lots of modifications, lots of attacks, and very little in the way your opponent can do about it at all. Because no matter what, they're taking either bombs to the face anywhere they go, or they're taking harpoons, which are very damaging to not just one ship, but the entire fleet squadron if they require to be close to each other. And I cannot but agree with him in many ways. I mean, I think version 1 has more problems than that, but
it's 2 ends of the spectrum.
It is, yeah.
The competitive lists are either this, kill everything really quickly, or they're damage sponges and you can't perform any damage on it.
Which is also another problem.
Yeah.
That's why this exists. This exists to deal with the high spongy lists, which, it's a snowball effect. We've had this since Fat Han came on board. We had Fat Han, that shuttle interceptors out of the way, auto thrusters became a thing, so then high agility became a thing, then that required more attack dice, and it just all spiraled from there. That's why 2nd edition is hoping to clear all that up.
With a big reset and Talon rolling fire sprays. Which I'm very excited about.
I'm sure you are excited about. There's a 3 forward there. He's hoping to block Nim and possibly even get Justero close to him.
Now, let's see what the rest of the squad are doing.
Well, the Y-Wing's moving first, and if I were him, do a 1 forward. In fact, I'd be surprised if X-Wing number 2 was doing a 1 forward as well. Ooh, that could be Bump City, though. Maybe then a 1 bank would be better, because at least then you get arc.
Yeah.
Target locking onto Nim. Now, I think Sean might have seen the bump coming and might have gone forward 2 or 3, or even a bank. Oh, number 2's doing a turn. I think he might have overcooked it. Yeah. He might be going for Tarani, but then you're not focusing fire, and that's a key tenet of X-Wing, really.
Yeah.
Focus fire on one target, take them down, move on to a new target.
BJ. 11 dice, yeah.
Yeah. Worse still, put fearlessness on Nim and Tarani, and then if they evade at range 2-3, you get range 1 to avoid harpoon. You get extra hit from the EPT. Yep, that's very deadly. And again, as I've said, it points at everything that's wrong with version 1. bit faster there from number 1. 3 hard. Put him in a perfect position to follow the Y-wing in for the next pass. Number 2, I think you couldn't do much number 2 without bumping, and that's why he turned him. But I don't know if I would have just taken the bump personally. Get more attacks on Nim. Sure, unmodded, but what are you going to do? Checking for range on a target lock that is in range. So number 1 gets a target lock on Nim. So what do you think of version 2?
I go through kind of different phases of it. So I wasn't going to get any conversion kits. I was just going to buy the new stuff because in my head I just feel like the new stuff
Bump. So
the new stuff is going to be the better stuff, I think.
Well, they're trying it.
And because of the nature of the tour, does that fit?
That fits, it looks like.
Like a glove. Yeah. And but Wave 1's fired. They've got the fire spray in Wave 1.
Yeah.
And the Fang Fighter models look great. So
Well, the spinny wings.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm, instead of buying conversion kits, I'm going to come into version 2 as a noob, basically. So I'm just going to buy things as waves come, basically.
I'm in the opposite boat. I am buying a conversion kit for all my stuff.
Yeah.
But I'll probably be buying a single, probably a Fang Fighter just for spinny wings.
Yeah.
And of course I'll have enough X-wings by that point for S-Vols, so it's fine. Hello, Blando. I also come up with spinny wing fan. It makes me wonder, like, what else are they going to have in the future?
Well, yeah, we were chatting about that. I was like, Star Vipers are going to fold, surely.
Well, they could do, yeah. I mean,
yeah, because on the Mark II title, they're folded.
Yeah,
so they're going to fold.
Well, they could do. They may not do that. I mean, that would be great if they could, but.
So yeah, what else? What else can they do? What will they do with the Falcon?
Oh, it seems to be that Sean saw the bump coming and has gone for a 5k or a forward on Nim. Is it? Can it even do a K?
Or is he dropping a bomb?
Actually, you're right. It could be he's dropping a bomb. Because I guess if it kills the X-wing, that's one less problem to deal with. Oh, he's having to catch the Y-wing. Ooh, that will catch the Y-wing.
That might catch it.
And that'll be just Justero triggering.
Yeah. A dead eye. Oh no, he's fired, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no. What Justero?
He fired his harpoon, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He missed. He didn't miss at all. And there goes a 3 bank from Nim. So he's going to get caught by his own bomb.
But Nim ignores it.
That's a good point. He ignores it.
And now he's in range 1.
Oh. Yeah.
That Y-wing's in trouble.
Now I wish, if I was in that situation, I would have wished I just bumped to number 2 and got 1 in behind him and then get 3 attacks against Nim rather than 2 because you really need attacks here to take Nim down.
There's a lot going on here.
I'm picking up 2 Swords Renegades, so I must be insane to do that.
I'm gonna get Swords Renegades because the models are great and they've got version 2 stuff in.
Well, now that I got a job, I can afford to get that stuff now. Pretty much how I feel.
But I'm looking forward to 2.0 because I think it is going to shake things up quite a bit. It's bringing back. We were discussing this last week. It's bringing back people back to the game who, kind of were a bit disillusioned to it. So it'll be good to see some more faces around here.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Look at all those target locks on Nim, and the target lock of his own as well.
Okay, so bomber generator, Y-wing, definitely
taking Y-wing. He's definitely taking damage. No for the X-wing.
Do the cardboard nibs count?
They do. They're part of the bomb. I was waiting for you to make a comment about that.
And 1 hit.
Yes. So 1 hit.
Now, Jestero.
Yep. That means Justero gets an attack if Sean remembers. He does remember. Yeah. Justero is making an attack against the Y-Wing.
Has it? He's not got extra munitions on that, has he?
No, he doesn't.
No, because that's a torpedo.
So the bomb goes bye-bye. Justero gets his free attack because of his ability. Once per round, after an enemy ship that is not defending against an attack suffers damage or critical damage, you perform an attack against that ship. So Justero gets to do this once per round.
I'd say that is...
Obstructed. I'd say. Hit. Focus.
Spend it.
Ooh, yeah.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Range 1 shot.
Yeah.
For the next one.
Do you?
I wouldn't spend it because that... Oh, he's rolling 2 dice, isn't he? Because it's obstructed.
Yep. It's not going to go through.
It's not a wasted shot because it's out of...
He's spending it, so it's 1 and crit. The Y-Wing does take...
It wasn't obstructed.
It wasn't? Okay, so the Y-Wing takes the remaining 2 shields down. The Y-Wing is now without shields.
And this is when Chopper comes into play, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. He'll come to play next round, providing he lives that long. Because we now have Nim. Oh, Nim's going after the X-Wing.
Why is he doing that?
Maybe harpoons. Because he can't attack the Y-Wing at range 1, but he can attack the X-Wing at range 2.
But he can jump forward. He can kill that Y-Wing.
That's what I was thinking. But who knows? So, hit, crit. Which target? Which one? Yeah, there we go. Spending the target lock.
Guns chips.
Oh, that was a focus. Okay, so we have a focus and a hit. 2 blanks again. So hit, crit, and... Yeah, so hit and 2 crits. Onto the X-Wing. Focus blank.
Green dice.
Fail me all the time. That's 3 that goes through onto the X-Wing. And he's harpooned as well, for good measure.
This is where things get bonkers. So anything blows up there, then...
I'm surprised that Mike is not taking advantage. Loose stabilizer. It takes a stress, I believe. I'm surprised...
Why hasn't he popped?
Integrated, where... I was wondering that on the first one. Why is he not popped integrated on the first X-Wing that got attacked, number 3? Because... Yeah, it just makes sense to use it. Once you're down to 1 hull, the next shot's going to kill you anyway.
Yeah, so number 3's...
I
guess number 3, he can just use as a kamikaze bomb.
Number 3 can survive because Tirani's not got an arc on him, and Justero attacks after the X-Wing.
Yeah.
So number 3 will at least get a vengeful retaliation against Justero before dying. Nim could go down now, though. It's quite possible. He doesn't get the TLT shot. Well,
we got a fist bump there, so I assume
that's a dead X-Wing, most likely. Yep, that looks like an X-Wing cleared.
Who's he shooting at? 1, 2, 3, 2 crits. Yeah. They're both the same crit. Shuffle your deck, man.
I will not miss harpoons at all, Blando. They are a cancer upon the game, and you can quote me on that one. Needed, I won't deny that, with all the kind of high defense we have in the game, but I will not be sad to see them gone.
Yeah, them, TLT,
trajectory, well, not trajectory, but perfect bombs.
Yeah.
Because now bombs happen in a single phase.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, nothing's dead. That's key. It looks like that Red Squadron number 2 took considerable damage. Again, not using the integrated.
Yeah.
1 bit.
Has he forgotten he's got it?
He must have forgotten he's got it. Fen Ghost, I will also not miss. Okay, 1 crit and 2 focus results. Mike's dice are not working out for him today. Spending the target lock on Nim to get better quality. Let's see if we can roll something. That's a bit better. Another crit, but can Nim avoid it? He blanks out, so Nim just takes his 2 remaining shields off.
Yeah.
Fortunately, too close. Oh, but he can you select different targets for BTLA?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, just says
Yeah,
an
well,
attack.
yep.
Yeah, it's not worded like gunner. So
Agreed. Like on Justero, so Justero gets an evade, but he takes 1 damage anyway. So that's the 1 shield that Justero has gone. Second attack, hit, crit. And that was a crit. So that's a full. You bang you there. Justero can't avoid it, so it's only another damage card onto Justero. Justero's down to 3 hull left. That X-Wing could take him down. And I think that's his goal, because if you're going to lose number 3 anyway, Justero will get an attack on number 3 if he's defeated, but then Justero's gone. I think that will help. That will help Mike considerably, and I think he needs all the help he can get right now.
Yeah.
Alright. Here we go. Next attack. Dash could be up to like 140 points. I've seen that apparently base he's 98 points or something like that. Oh, so number 2 is attacking Justero as well. I guess
Just wants to get him, doesn't it?
Just get him off the board. Yeah. 2 evades. Well, hopefully number 3 can finish him off. That was a very loud crack. That's the loudest crack
other soft
ever.
drinks available at that.
Okay, so here we go. Hit, focus. No focus to spend. No target lock. Range 1.
What do you chuck a 4th dice in there for?
Range 1.
Oh, right, okay.
3 hits.
Ooh,
2. Justero lives. That's not what Mike needed. He needed Justero to die.
Yeah.
Very badly this turn. Quietus offerings are available in the store. Hello there, Mike. Or Mick, I should say. Hey, Mick, how's it going? I blame the defender buff for power creep. They made D4 attack necessary and 2 attack dice redundant.
That, for me, I agree. That's kind of when it started. Because, I guess Jump Masters is when it started. And they made that buff to defenders to be able to compete against Jump Masters.
And an evade there. So that means that the X-Wing takes 1.
A crit?
It's a crit and it's direct hit.
So what's just blown up?
It looks like that goes on to Nim.
How has nothing died yet? What's going on?
That's what I'm wondering at this point.
Why is nobody dead yet? But a harpoon goes off next turn. It could... So who's got a harpoon? The Y-Wing and 3 and 1.
Yeah, the Y-Wing and number 1 and 3, of course.
This could be like a dominoes.
Yeah, pum pum pum. Because 3 is 1 from dying. 1 is 2 from dying. The Y-Wing will probably survive, but yeah. The Y-Wing's not in a good spot. I think it could K, but it's got to get... I think 3's going to K, the Y-Wing's going to K, 2 might K, and then 1 might do a 1 forward.
But if they go past Nim just drops a bomb on them.
Yeah, but I think... Where else can you go to avoid Nim? And the Y-Wing can't use its turret to an advantage, so you can't... I guess you could. You could do a 3 turn, and then you could just ditch the BTLA 4 and with Chopper...
Yeah.
Get a shield back.
That's an action, Chopper, is it?
It is an action.
Okay.
So you do have to spend an action to ditch the upgrade, but it will free you up to then shoot out your arc.
I guess it makes the Y-Wing a bit, to say the phrase again, it's a sponge.
Yeah. Less of a sponge than the other stuff in the game,
Yeah.
but still a sponge. I am very impressed with what they've done in the second edition. I've been absorbing any information I can get my hands on. I will be picking up pretty much 2 of each conversion kit and a star kit, or a core set, I should say.
If Boba Fett crew isn't in the fire spray, I will have to buy the scum box.
I think they will have him in the fire spray. That's what I do think.
Because that's the bit that... Because I love Deep Strike Ham, but it just doesn't seem to work. Boba Fett deploying from an asteroid. That's my jam.
Yeah.
Because it's what it does in the film.
I know. It's amazing. I love it when they do stuff like that. Plus, also, they've pretty much taken his pilot ability, which is a case of, I get a reroll for every friendly every enemy ship at range 1.
Yeah.
And also added the title, which gives him his Imperial ability of, oh yeah, I can change which direction I'm turning on a whim. Which I think is amazing. And not just on banks, but on turns. Fan-bloody-tastic.
Yeah.
That's going to be a pain to nail down, that ship.
How will that work with talons?
I imagine it wouldn't, because you're doing a turn. If a
So
talon's
it's
not a
just
turn.
okay.
It's just banks and turns.
Banks and turns. Yeah. Okay. It's not like
Yeah.
types of manoeuvre or difficulty. It's just.
Yeah. So if you're taloning, you're kind of stuck doing that direction.
Yes, Terry. He is only scum now.
Yep, because they bought him out in wave 3 because the Imperials kind of needed more ships.
Yeah.
And then, but unfortunately, when you've had 14 waves, you don't really need all that.
No.
And a 2 forward there from the X. That's a curious manoeuvre if there was one. I'm not sure what the goal was with that.
He'll probably boost.
Oh, he had a stress token, so he couldn't do a K. Imagine how hard it would be to
Where
deploy.
does stress come from?
I think he took a crit. And that's why.
Oh yes.
Imagine how hard it would be to deploy against Moralo and Boba. They could both end up on top of you turn 2. Oh, I'm looking forward to Moralo Aval. I love Moralo Aval. Yeah, he's not ditched the integrated on that yet. So he still has a flight assist, which is giving him more maneuverability, but I don't know, it's a bit weird that.
Because like you said, 2 and 3 will just die.
Alright, what's next? So they're marking Nim.
So if someone puts 1 damage on number 2 or 3,
Yep.
can he pop the astromech, or does that kill him before he gets the chance to do it?
That's a good question. I think it's when you're dealt the card, so you can
Pop it.
pop it then, but it means that you can only take that one.
Yeah.
Although, I guess you could say it gives you the chance to avoid the harpoon.
Yeah.
Because if you discard then again, is it when you're dealt critical damage or when you're dealt the crit card? That's when it starts getting to the nitty gritty. Interesting.
What does it say for when you are dealt?
It's down here. When you're hit by an attack, if there is one uncancelled hit result, so the result that causes it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't avoid that. That's the splash damage is happening no matter what. Okay, so shield there. Looks like that he did indeed ditch the BTLA to gain the shield back.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. So he's got 1 shield. Hurrah. And there's the K that I said would be pulled out. Great position to attack Tirani. But Tirani's not really the target you want to attack because she's undamaged. Ooh. This is probably trying to block a turn from Nim.
Yeah.
That's if Nim decides it's worth turning in. That's a great manoeuvre if he does indeed block Nim. Imperials could do with a new large base ship. The thing is, it's not the Imperials thing though, is it? They're kind of fighters and all that. I mean, they're getting medium base ships at the very least. They're getting the Punisher. So.
The Reaper, is that large base?
That is medium.
That's good,
I believe. It's large base in 1. It's medium in 2. Oh dear, another critical, which is ruining his day. Let's take down.
What's he got that for? Has he forgotten that he's being very animated?
Being very animated.
That means he's forgotten something.
Taking a stress, loose stabilizer.
Yeah.
Oh well. We've all been there. We've all done that. Yeah, medium bases are a thing now. About time. I am going to get 2 Swords Renegades because I love the U-Wing in that.
Yeah.
Plus also, if I get that, if I get 2 Swords Renegades, the Corset and the Corset, I then have 3 X-Wings with S4s ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one of the Sword Renegades X-Wings might get a repaint from a friend of mine, which would be the first ever ship he does for me in an X-Wing. He's done all my attack wing stuff, but not my X-Wing stuff.
Has he not done
Toby's never painted my X-Wing stuff. He's never painted any X-Wing stuff. Only my attack-wing stuff. But that's because they kind of need paint jobs.
They're not great, are they?
No, they're not. No, they're not. Bear in mind that back in the day, they were shoving out a wave every month, though.
Yeah.
They wanted quantity over quality. No disrespect to WizKids, of course. I enjoyed that game. I just enjoyed this one a lot more.
So, is he go? Will he drop a bomb? I guess it depends where Tirani's going.
If he drops a bomb, he has to live with the fact that he is also getting hit with that if he gets blocked. Because with the way with where Justero's ended up, I don't think Nim's going to do one forward.
No.
That means he must be turning, which means he's bumping. Which is actually kind of bad for Mike, because that means that although Nim is bumping, he still gets an attack on number 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you're definitely going through there.
And I think that might be even a collision from Tirani into number 1. Nope, fits like a glove.
Oh, one's dead.
1 is well and truly dead this turn. God, that's so close. Tirani takes stress and has to roll for the damage, of course. Crit. Oh, she takes the hit.
That's unlucky.
Very unlucky. But everything...
Yeah. That's the gamble you take, though.
Yeah. Sometimes it's worth it.
It's in your favour to go across.
Well, it's the surprise factor.
Yeah.
You know. He's dropping the bomb. Okay, now with where Tirani ended up, maybe he didn't do a turn after all. Oh no, he did. Ooh, well that's not fitting. So that's going to be just a go forward, and that could be both him and Justero taking a hit.
And Nim ignores his own bombs.
Of course,
so
he does.
It will probably be Justero. Yeah, you're not getting over that.
Justero is borderline.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Justero will get that hit.
Yes, Terry, that's one of John Easter's favourite moves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, now
everyone knows that he does it.
Yeah, now everyone knows he does it. Everyone's prepared for it.
Yeah.
Tirani doesn't take it. Justero looks like he's out.
Justero does? Yeah.
Yep, he does. Justero takes a hit. Justero's on 1 hull left. Like I said, anything for Mike.
Do the crits from bombs count for harpoons?
Ooh. I don't know. They must do. I think it's an uncancelled.
If there's at least one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, when you are hit by an attack.
Hmm.
Bombs don't count as an attack.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. There's another damage card onto Justero. And the Y-Wing loses one shield that just regenerated. So it's like, I'm fine and dandy.
It's like a little mini Miranda.
But actually balanced.
Yeah. If you had, this with Miranda and...
Yeah, can you imagine that?
Oh. Just die.
Pretty much. Right, so...
Okay, this is going to wipe out that.
Yeah, number 1 is going to die. Doesn't matter who fires at him because he's dying man once. Unless he pulls off something amazing. Unless Sean's dice rolls are all blanks.
Nah, does he? Because Justero's going to die.
That, I think, is the question. There's one... Oh, he's not spending the focus because he wants to put damage through but not kill him.
Oh. Would you...
You're killing an X-Wing and the other X-Wing's nearly dead anyway. I would take the risk.
So, when does Tirani's
Tirani's
ability kick in?
Oh.
After you perform an attack. So, if I was Mike... Oh, he's dead anyway.
He's dead.
So ignore my nonsense.
What were you going to say?
So, if I was Mike and he avoided that and didn't hit, I would exchange the X-Wing for Justero and take the damage from the bullseye, from being in the bullseye arc. Because then your harpoon goes off, you kill the Skari and you put 2 damage on the other 2 chaps, which is what's happening now. So, Justero's dead.
Justero is indeed dead.
Nim takes 1. This is escalated.
Yeah, this is escalated very
Massively.
quickly. And Nim takes one as well.
1, 2, 3. Must have a major hold reach.
Somewhere in there. There we go.
That's a lot of crits that ship just took. But now,
Nim's looking very unhealthy right about now. Let's get that out of the way.
and yeah, I think
Ooh, the Y-Wing can't TLT Nim yet, but
Yet.
the X-Wing number 2 can get a shot.
yeah,
And the Y-Wing just needs to breathe
Yeah.
on Nim and he's dead.
and the Kimagila is 1 agility as well. Like, to be fair, I think this is in Mike's favour.
It could be. I mean, that's the thing. Mike's ships can go down quickly, but he has the maneuverability, whereas Tyranny doesn't. He just needs to kill Nim ASAP
Yeah, I think Nim.
and get damage on Tyranny. In fact, what I would do this round is I would argue don't use number 2 to attack Nim, go for Tyranny,
Yeah,
shove damage through onto
Blinded
her.
pilot.
Ah, okay. Cool. I think it was console fire. Ah, okay. Yeah, so he's using the TLT to go after Tyranny, which
Yeah.
makes sense. Shove damage through onto her, soften her up a little bit. There's 1 hit, which she evades. Oh well.
Like a boss.
Another 1 hit. Yabu sucks to you. Well, okay. Well, Tyranny is sitting pretty right about now. So. Yep, 2 against Tyranny.
Yeah.
Don't bother going
Nice
with Nim. Wait until you're range 1 of Nim and you can kill that bugger. Oh, Mike's dice are just not working for him today. Only 1 hit, and Tyranny says, nope, not happening.
For those of you that have never met Mike, there's probably a tirade of
Abuse.
northern expletives being hurled in Sean's direction right now.
This is exactly why we don't have a mic on the camera.
Yeah.
Mike has had rubbish dice all around in
Yeah.
this game. That
They've
being
been
said,
quite cold. But again, I guess that's the problem with another problem with X-wings. Like, if you're K-turning and you don't have that pre-target lock on something.
well, I think a lot of stuff in the game that people complain about is just a case of it's all relative.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people will look at a dial and say that's a terrible dial, but that's because a dial like the Interceptors exists, which is a fantastic dial.
Yeah.
And comparatively, yes, it's worse, but is it really that bad?
Yeah.
If you actually think about it in a vacuum, is it really that bad?
Because the Interceptor's dial is amazing.
It's
But,
well, yeah, the A-Wings is incredible. Things like that.
but they're incredibly squishy.
Yeah. But that's the thing, is that people look at it and say, well, that's not that good. It's like, is it really not that good, or is it just that you think it's not that good in comparison to other
Why
stuff?
does he put a stress on? He showed 3 forwards.
Ah, because he tried to do a Talon and he got blocked.
Oh, okay.
So there we go. That means he's stressed.
Yeah.
That's terrible for Nim. That means he's either turning and not getting any actions, or he's
He's just running away.
just running away. Which if he runs away, the X-Wings are definitely going to catch him. If they don't-
What's
yeah.
green on that? 3 straight?
Yeah.
One forward, 2 forward, 3 forward, and then 2 banks.
He could-
for green.
Well, the 2 banks are out of the question, unless he banks to the south of the board.
Yeah.
He could do a 1 forward is not fast enough. 2 again not fast enough. So it needs to be either 3 forward or a 3 bank down towards the bottom of the board.
Yeah. He needs to get as far away from the Y-wing as possible, because if not, the
Yeah,
Y-wing's
yeah.
going to kill him this turn.
Because the Y-Wing, I think Mike will just do a 2 turn or a 1 forward.
Yeah.
So as fast as he can go, he
Yeah.
wants to get out there. He's doing a 2 hard.
That's going to catch him if he does a 3. That's going to catch him.
If he does a 3 bank, that'll catch him. Unless he barrel rolls, maybe. Depends where he ends up. Console fire.
Try to get rid of that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Is that a dice roll one?
I think he flips it face down.
Okay.
Okay, next is the X-Wings. So number 2, doing a 1 bank.
But if he flight assisted astromech, because nothing's in his arc,
Yeah.
and that could be a very good block.
block Tirani, then catch Nim.
Yeah.
It'll be through the asteroid, but it might be worth it. The only downside is you are definitely going to go through the asteroid next turn. Is it worth it? That's the question.
Which number
is it
is
worth
that?
it?
2.
That is number 2. Number 2 has 1 hit point left.
Yeah.
The asteroid can kill you. He's going for a target lock on Tirani because Tirani cannot escape that X-Wing.
No.
Unless it will literally turn away. But then it's not attacking you, so it's fine. 3 turn there from X-Wing number 3. Of course, if this were version 2, probably just Talon rolled there.
Yeah.
But don't we all? Oh, I can't wait for those servo motors. I feel like I've been waiting my entire life for those damn things. Well, I'll tell you what I've been waiting my entire life for is the bloody release date. But then this is FFG we're talking about.
13th of September?
What?
Oh, no, you're talking about Swords Renegades.
Yeah.
Yeah. 21st?
21st June is what the room bill says. Then again, I am used to this, being the RPG game player.
Yeah.
Fully Operational just came out, which is a new source book. That was meant to be out in October of last year.
Oh, I see.
It was out last
taken a
week.
while.
You're taking a while.
That was Disney lawyers, wasn't it? Because there's a lot of content.
I don't know. I don't know. The RPG books tend to have a lot of content, but I don't know what held it up really. All I know is that one of my players, who's a spy, is chomping at the bit for the spy book, which is also delayed since November or something ridiculous. But I'm getting unlimited power this week, so that's gonna be nice.
Lovely.
Anytime I mention that book to anyone, they always go unlimited power. All right then. So, Tirani's ending up.
Tirani's. But Tirani's...
She could barrel roll. She's all right. She could barrel roll. And to be fair, she's not the main target. So in fact,
I think she is for the X-wings.
If she stays there, she's not too bad really. Because if they want to go for Nim,
I think he's.
being
I think
caught.
I think with the X-wings, he's purposefully going after Tirani, and Y-wing is going to TLT Nim because he hasn't.
Well, that's a worse position if
He hasn't kicked the TLT out, has he?
No, he's not kicked the TLT out, and I don't think he ever will.
No.
Because that's the only thing that's going to keep him in the game. He has gotten rid of the BTLA 4, which means he cannot double tap anymore. But I think it was worth it to be able to get these shots on Nim. Because, like I said, all he needs to do is shove 2 hits. He needs to get 2 hits on both the TLT shots, and Nim's dead.
Yeah.
Nim can't avoid it.
For my action there, I'd just reload.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to get a shot in.
Yeah, you're quite right, actually.
And he should survive.
Yeah, he'll survive.
He shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Oh well. So, removing the focus, it must be either a bank or a straight. Which is it? Ooh. You dropping a bomb? You're dropping a bomb, that's a...
Might as well.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not gonna hit.
No, that's miles away.
That's miles away. He's going 3 forward. That... Oh. Ooh, that could just be range 3 or just out. It could go either way with that one.
But you can barrel roll with Nim, can't you?
Yeah. Problem is, if he barrel rolls out of the X-Wing's arc, he'll get into the range 3 of the TLT, but behind the debris field. If he barrel rolls towards the X-Wing, he's at range 1 of the X-Wing. You know, there's no good place for Nim to end up. Nim's in trouble anywhere he goes.
Look at 2 X-wings just sitting on one hole.
Yep. Without...
How close he is.
Yeah, so close to victory.
Yeah.
1 hit, and that's what it will take. And what's worse is that Nim... neither Nim nor Tirani will get their attack this round. Oh boy, okay. He's going for the safety of the debris field.
Go as forward as you can so that you...
He goes back as he... Ooh.
Oh, you're getting shot at.
He's getting shot at by the TLT, and that could be dead. That's death for Nim. It is 2 dice versus 3, but of course...
Because he doesn't have any turrets on Nim, does he?
Nope.
So he's not getting a shot.
No shot. You might also be thinking to turn ahead, so if he drops a bomb on the debris field, he might catch the Y-Wing next turn, but he probably won't be around next turn, if I'm honest. That is through the debris field. Oh! That could...
Nothing. No?
Oh! One! That was one.
It was
that was one that went through, so that means...
I think that's your lot. That was your...
There's hitting a grit, that's it. Unless Nim rolls perfectly, he's dead. Dead. Nim is dead.
I think this is game Mike now.
Yeah. I mean,
because Tirani's in an awful position.
She's in a terrible position. Because she's going to get 2 X-Wings gang up on her now.
Yeah.
And then they're going to get an attack against her next round. I mean, she might kill one of them, but then she's got a Y-Wing that's coming in to deal with her. And given that she's sitting on 6 hull and 1 shield, it's not going to take much to pull her down.
No.
16
just get the TLT in range and
just one hit there from Mike. His dice are cold.
He's got paint, so
Tirani,
you got focus.
Yeah, Tirani spends the focus and survives.
This is the one though.
Yep. If anything, Sean fell right into the trap of spending the focus there because now range 1, 4 dice. Okay, I can see. Oh, is that only? Oh, 2. Oh, thank goodness. I was getting worried. Oh, okay. He's spending the target log. Here comes
4, 3.
3 hits.
2.
Okay, so Tirani loses the shield and takes a single point of hull. Still, that's still just
2 hull.
Oh, 2 hull. Ooh. Okay, so Tirani can now be one-shotted by an X-Wing at range 1. Dear me. Mike did a good job of
good positioning.
Yeah, Mike's done a very good job. Given that his dice have been cold, he's done a good job of keeping the pressure on as well. And indeed, he has, Terry. He's been running evades like a boss.
So, hard 3, get the TLT in as quick as possible.
Yep. Would you hard 3? Because that's a red maneuver.
He's not going to get shot at.
True.
I think.
The difficulty is then clearing it, because then you got to do I guess you got to do a 1 forward or a 2 forward anyway then, so...
Because he just wants to be in sniping range so he can get his TLT off.
Sean either has to face down the Y-Wing and the X-Wings, or he has to kill the X-Wings and then run for it. Because Tirani is 31 points, whereas the Y-Wing is 25. So, if he were to kill the X-Wings, he'd then be in the lead, and he could then just run away. But if
he K-turns,
you can kill one.
I think he'll do, and 3 ends up close to 2, and he kills 3, he's killed both X-Wings.
That is the only hope that Sean's got to maybe come out of this alive.
Yeah.
Because
if this was a tournament and I was in horrible tournament mode, I would probably run away with the X-Wings.
Yeah. I can see that, yeah.
And just finish him off with the Y-Wing.
Right.
Because what's that? 3 TLT volleys would finish off that Tirani, I would have thought, because of maths.
Yeah, about 3. And that's assuming an X-Wing doesn't then shave a couple of more hit points off. Ideally, Mike needs to have 2... What is the K on Tirani? It's a 4.
Ooh.
So you could 3 bank in, or even 2 bank in. Ooh, the difficulty is this asteroid, though. Maybe a 1 forward, then a bank boost?
Maybe.
Ideally, you want to keep 3 as far away from 2 as possible.
Yeah.
But you can't... You have to get both of them to have arc, because otherwise... she'll then just attack 2.
Yeah.
She'll attack the one that has arc and not the one that doesn't. So both have to get arc. That's the key thing there. A 2 hard would clip the asteroid. So it has to be a bank or a forward and a boost. It's not going to be easy for Mike, but he's got a good chance here. I'm going to go and make sure our next competitors are ready for that.
Yeah, sure. So the game could be over by the time Elliot gets back, but it's been very interesting to see Mike fly these. I think he's flown the X-Wings really well, and as I thought, the Y-Wing creeping round really just to chop her. What, did you just get rid of TLT? What was it? Or was that the title he just got rid of? I couldn't work out what it was. He just chopped it off there. But yeah, creeping in with the Y-Wing. I'd imagine, yeah, he's going to try and block off the K-turn. Was it guidance chips? Yeah, it must have been guidance chips. Now that has either completely blocked off the K-turn or he has landed right into range 1 of it. So where's this one going? Is that looks like a... Oh. Okay. Yes, Terry. That must have been... Yeah. So he's got to be careful here, as we mentioned before. If he blows up number 2, number 3 could get killed by harpoons, depending on the range. So if I was Sean, I would try and kill number 2 here. So he did the K-turn and he's gone in for the kill, and 2 and 3. Oh, sorry, 3 is the one with the harpoon. That one with the harpoon is a very
tempting target. Because if he kills 3, then that's both of them gone.
Kill 3, come on.
No, because he could eject number 2's integrated.
Yes, he can.
So that means he can forgo the damage by ejecting the astromech.
Yeah.
Very interesting play there. He can't... Yeah, very nice. Something I didn't expect.
Well, I guess he's got to try and kill one of them.
Oh, all focus results. Nothing there.
Has he not got a target lock on something?
No. All focus results. Ouch.
That could be it then.
I think that is it. Well,
here comes
one hit, target lock. Another hit. Tyranny suffering 1, about which she rolls. She suffers 2. That's half her remaining durability gone. And I think it's looking very squarely in Mike's favour.
Yeah.
Unless something goes horribly wrong. Nope. Everything's gone right for him.
Game over.
Yep, game over. Unless Tyranny rolls... In fact, even if she rolls an evade, she's dead.
Yeah.
Yep, dead. Ding dong, there we go. Tyranny is dead. And the game goes to Mike Clark, who has 2 X-Wings on 1 hull left.
Yeah.
And a Y-Wing who's just lost his shields. That was quite the match. I thought those X-Wings were dead.
Yeah.
I thought they were gone.
They were on the way out.
Yeah. Just shows you that it's not over till it's over.
Yeah.
And it's never look at a game and think, well, I've lost this, because if you would... I literally thought that Mike had unfortunately lost it by that point. But no. Those X-Wings turned around, and it also is a good lesson of not always ejecting your integrated. Because although it would have avoided some hits,
maybe he was just saving those for splash damage, like you mentioned.
Yeah, which is a viable thing.
Yeah,
especially since your opponent probably wouldn't be expecting that.
No,
and it's the one time you can be on 1 hull and survive with the integrated. Yeah. Because you only dealt 1. So, yeah. All very well played by Mike Clark and by Sean, who did his best to try and corral the X-Wings, but unfortunately was just caught with his trousers down. Very good game.
I wonder if he's going to play that at Store Champs.
That is the question. Speaking of, if you're a local person here at Thinny Games, we might be airing the Store Championship. I'm actually running a RPG one shot that day. So
free RPG day. Isn't
it is also 3 RPG day, and I run RPG games as well. So I'm pulled in to do that, which is fine. I enjoy doing that. It also means that we will be doing streaming, but we either won't have the first few matches, and I'll come in once I finish the RPG, which is about 3 o'clock. So near the end of the Swiss, or if I can find some people who want to come in for the morning and do the first few rounds until about 3 o'clock, when I can take back over from them with a then brilliant. And that's something I'll need a co-commentator. I'm not going to do it on my own. So yeah, but yeah. So if you're a person interested in getting on this side of the screen in the booth with me, please let us know. And that's the plan for the future, actually.
Yeah.
The plan for the future is it'll be me in here every other Wednesday, first and third Wednesday of the month, with a guest commentator. So this week it's Stephen. I think we have coming up next, we have Mr. Chris Puttick for the second game this evening. And I think you're joining me for commentary next week, or are you gaming next? Are you actually playing next week?
I am commentary and gaming.
Awesome.
I am commentating one game, and I'm playing Chris Puttick in the next one.
Great job.
Yeah.
So yeah, we hope to have a regular commentator, which is me, and a regularly rotating guest commentator spot to kind of spice things up a little bit. So it's not always the same people. I mean, I'm sure people like me and David here together, but it's nice when you can have a bit of a change.
Guest commentators are good.
Yeah.
Guest commentators are good.
Yeah, and ideally in a store championship or tournaments, it will be whoever's got the bye if they want to. They're more than welcome to come back here.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned it a few times. I'm a big fan of that being well, not a rule, but a suggestion. If you've got the bye, you can jump in and help out.
Yeah, please, by all means. That's something which it'll be nice. We get to meet new people. We get some new fresh faces on the stream. Yeah, fantastic. And that game, of course, went very. I mean, they said it would be over very quickly, but actually, not long at all. It went nearly to time.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
When Mike was saying he thought it was going to go quickly, I assumed he had an Alpha Strike list as well.
Oh, okay. No, it was all about the fact that because Sean had an Alpha Strike, he thought it'd be over quickly, and it very nearly was. It very nearly was. I think if there was just a couple more damage shoved through here and there, it would have been a far different game.
I think it was a good example of how disengaging is just as important as engaging.
Yes.
The next one. So he sent those two guys around the edge and didn't keep them in the fight, which is something that I'm very guilty of doing.
Yeah.
Of just keeping ships in the fight.
Sometimes you kind of get the idea of I need to be in the fight. Because if every round I'm not getting a shot, that's a round I've lost. But yeah, it's a good lesson in showing that you don't need to always attack.
No.
It's nice, but if you can get a better position for a future attack, then that leads to a better game.
Yeah.
As it's shown there, he won in the end. So yeah, an excellent game. Fantastic. For our next game, we have Merrin in the booth, along with Max, and Max always brings interesting stuff. And Merrin, who is returning to the Casino of X-Wing.
I was going to say, I clocked the name and I didn't recognise it.
Yeah, well, that's because he's grown up. He was early teens. I think he's a young man now.
Yeah.
But that was back 2 years ago. He's not played a game for 2 years.
Okay.
The first game he played was last week once again. So he's kind of back on the scene.
Yeah.
And he's flying 2 E-Wings.
2 E-Wings?
Yeah, 2 E-Wings. Etan and Corran.
Madness.
I thought that'd be your comment.
What's his bid?
I no clue. I was going to find out. He said he'd send me his list around soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got I think engine upgrades, sensor jammer, and all this and all that on.
Amazing.
His E-Wings. Yeah. I'm no idea what Max has brought, but he's gonna.
So Max was my other game that I played earlier, and he had 3 Star Vipers with him.
That could be what he's flying.
And Black Suns.
Yeah. Mind blown. 2 E-Wings. Yeah, I
2
know, right?
E-Wings and 3 Star Vipers.
That's why.
What year is it?
You got the beard for that, right?
I've had a trim. But yeah, that'll be That'd be great. But no, those if it's the Star Vipers that we played against, they are very, very manoeuvrable. They've got all the new toys on, can dance around asteroids and all sorts. So that should be a very interesting game.
Yeah, well, I'm going to quickly leave you in the care of Stephen White to make sure they're ready to go. We transition quickly, and then I'll get my new co in here. Cool. I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
So we mentioned Store Champs here on the 16th of June, so a couple of Saturdays. Anyone sort of in the chat that are going to be partaking in Store Championships elsewhere? I've not seen many other places advertise them. I know a couple have already happened. They haven't officially announced the Store Championship kits, although there's been a few leaks with the Duke, Director Krennic, and something else off the top of my head that I can't quite remember. Vault 14. I've not heard of that store. But August. That's quite a long way away. Okay. Yeah, that does seem quite a long way away. But I guess Store Championship season's sort of pretty much up until September, I think, isn't it? And then they'll start talking about the next stages of things. Because, of course, version 2.0 will be out then. Will you guys be going to Nerf Herder? Because I know that's kind of up that way. Yeah, it is a bit of a trek, PJ. So, don't blame me for not making that journey for a Store Championships anyway. I was going to say, Terry, we've not seen you down here for a while. What made you stop playing X-Wing? Has 2.0 tempted you to come back at all? And also, kind of like in the meantime, between now and September, how seriously are you taking X-Wing? Do you kind of still stick to your tried and tested lists, or are people out there kind of messing about with things again and just kind of putting any old stuff? I've just settled on Boba Asajj, so I'm not moving away from that.
My code will be through here soon, sorry.
Yeah, no, sorry.
So we have, of course, got the 3 Star Vipers, as you were expecting.
Yep.
Samaro's list is Corrin with Fire Control, Advanced Proton Torpedoes, R2D2, Self-Devised, Expertise, and Etanabot with Proton Torpedoes, Censored Jammer, Proton Torpedoes, Deadeye, R2 Astromech, and Self-Device.
That's going to be an amazing match.
Yeah, very different from what we used to seeing. I like that when we have very different things on the stream.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they don't work out. Sometimes they just get obliterated. But it's nice when you kind of just watch it and it's like all goes well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we have going up against.
Expertise on Corrin.
Oh yeah, Expertise on Corrin and Stealth Device and Sensor Jammer on Atan.
Yeah.
And both have got Stealth Device, I should say. So you may end up playing version 2, Terry. Is that what you said?
Yeah, he will do. He'll be here. He'll be back.
He'll be back. They always come back.
Yeah.
The stores except Vault 14. What's this about?
I was just asking about Store Champs, kind of around their neck of the woods, and so PJ and Scott are going to be going to Vault 14, and their Store Champs is in August.
Oh,
so quite the wait.
Yeah, so that's near the end of the season, if I remember correctly. Because I remember when because I had to book the current one. I remember that's very near the end of the season. Yeah. I think even it might be right at the cutoff date, even. So yeah,
because I guess from September onwards, it's new toys.
Yeah, but in my experience, it's also good to place your your stuff quite in the middle to the end. Because
Yeah.
what's amazing to me is the season's been going on for a month. We've not had the store kits.
Yeah. And they've not been officially.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I'll be tagging out. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Have fun. E-wings.
Cheers, mate. E-wings. What about them?
2 E-wings in this match
Oh, really?
on the same team.
Who came on the same team?
On the same team.
That's crazy.